Hello YouTube. This is a video on how much money you can make in StorjShare's version 3 of the network based on an estimator that they have made available. So those of us who have been running version 2 of the network have long been waiting for a version 3 to become available. And as of last Friday, February 1st, the alpha version of version 3 of the storage network is available for node operators. These are what used to be the farmers, the people who made their disk space available and got paid for it. So the estimate is really very nice. I'm going to scroll down here. You can see what it's got. So essentially your income is based upon the amount of space you have made available, how much bandwidth you have available down here, both upload and download, and if you have any bandwidth caps imposed by your ISP, and how much of your bandwidth as percentage you want to share. So you can look at, this is the URL where it's available, storage.io/storage-node-estimator. Okay, so in this particular example, I'm using my circumstance. So I have 2 terabytes available. I have a 2 terabyte drive that I've been using for version 2 that would be moved over to version 3. My internet provider doesn't provide a bandwidth cap, so they say put it at 100 in that case. They assume 60% usage. How much you actually going to allocate, it might be a little more, might be a little less, depends on what else you do with the machine. And when I was talking with them on the forum, they said they would have an estimator available to help you determine how much you're currently using, to determine how much you need to reserve, because you have to commit to how much you're going to make available, and if you don't satisfy that commitment, I would imagine you can violate it once or twice, but anything more than that, you're going to get disqualified and thrown off the version 3 network. So I expect that for the reliability from the storage perspective, they're going to be pretty strict about that. Okay, my download speed is, let's see, let me move this here, is 30 megabytes download, and my upload speed is 5. There we go. So you can see I'm making $121 a year. The $48 has to do with a portion of your monthly earnings are set in escrow over a 15-month period in order to encourage you to, if you're going to leave the network, to leave gracefully so that they don't experience a lot of overhead to repair the files that are on the network because your shards just suddenly disappeared. So, and after a point in time, I think after 15 months, you get half of the escrowed amount back, and then the rest just sits there, I think, although they don't take any more out. After I think it was 12 months, they stopped taking any amount out of the escrow. So you can read about that in more detail on the storage blog site. But I just want to focus on the estimator. So you can see $121 a year, not going to make a huge amount of money. Excuse me. And I estimate that it's, for this arrangement, I could run it this way and make this amount of money, assuming I write off the overhead, the electrical overhead for my PC based on my crypto mining work. And in the past, for version 2, I was doing that. So it wasn't any big deal. I spent $1 a month to host a 2 terabyte drive and made a few bucks, and then more recently, like half a buck. So, but as we both know, crypto mining is no longer really profitable anymore. And as a result, I can no longer write off the electrical cost to some other app. Now, I think the assumption that Storage Lab is making is that your machine is available 24/7, and you need to make it available 24/7, but basically you're using them for other things. So the electrical cost is no big deal. Excuse me. However, since if I stopped doing crypto mining, to run my machine for a year would cost me about $180. Clearly not profitable. If I ran it half the time during the year doing something else, which I do use my PC for other things, it would be like $90 a month, so it'd be marginally profitable. So let me show you where the real money is made. So if we move the amount we stored up to 8 terabytes, it's certainly possible. You can buy an 8 tera drive for about $200 these days. My income goes up from 121 to 173, so that means it would take approximately 4 years to pay back the cost of the hard drive. Not thrilling. All right, so let's put it back down to 2, since I have a 2 terabyte drive that I could use for this and don't have to buy anything new. We'll use we won't fiddle with the bandwidth cap. I'll assume 60% is reasonable. I'm going to move my upload speed up to 30. Oh, no, let's make it 40. 40. So at 40 megabytes, it was from $120 a year to $834. A huge difference. So clearly you can see the real impact is on the your upload speed of your internet connection. The faster it is, the significantly more money you're going to make. Now, needless to say, for me to actually get 40 megabytes a second on upload speed, I checked with my ISP, and I figured it was going to cost me $80 a month to do that, because they don't provide symmetrical internet speeds. I'd have to get like 100 megabits down and 40 megabits up. So at an extra $80 a month, needs to say, that wipes out all the profit by getting a faster internet speed. So I'm kind of stuck at the low end of the range, making a little bit of money, but not much. So it's a little disappointing in that regard. I also think that I think they have some assumptions what they describe in detail in the article about how quickly you actually fill up your drive. I think they estimate 4 months. I think that's kind of optimistic. I think it'll probably take much longer than that. So it might actually take more than a year to wrap up to the $121 a year estimate that they have. But I will give it a try once I'm available, because you have to be invited to participate in the alpha of version 3. More likely is I'll participate in the beta, and we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it works out, see how quickly it ramps up or doesn't ramp up, and most importantly, how quickly they actually get a lot of upload usage from the node operator's perspective. It's really going to make a huge difference. So there you go. We'll see how that works out, and once I'm on the network, I'll give you another update on this. Hope that helps. Enjoy your estimating.